Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great summer and that everyone is keeping well and that you guys have continued to practice your self-care. I can't wait to hear about that in week 7 when we talk about everything that you guys have been learning about and when I get an opportunity to hear what you have to say and hear your feedback. So today we are on week 3, okay? We are halfway there to being done our course. We are going to learn about mental health. I'm going to teach you a few facts about mental health that might be important for you to know about. And then I'm also going to be reviewing 3 strategies with you of things that you can do when you're feeling a little overwhelmed or tense or anxious, okay? So those 3 things include number 1 is visualization. Okay, it's a new strategy, so it's something different than we did last week. Number 2 is called tense and release or tense and relax, and it's a strategy that involves tensing and releasing your muscles. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. And the third strategy is called let it go. And so that's another strategy that involves using your body in order to relax when you might be feeling a little tense. So I'm really excited to do this with you this week, guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I can't wait to meet with you in week 7 when we connect about everything you've learned about and when I get to hear from you. Okay, so let's start out by talking about mental health and reviewing some facts. Okay guys, for this part of our lesson today, we are going to start out by doing a true and false questionnaire. Okay, so I am going to say a statement about mental health, and you're going to think about whether the answer is true or whether the statement that I say is true or whether it's false. Okay, and don't be worried if you don't know the answer. This is not a test. This is just to help you along in your learning about mental health so you can see how significant and serious mental health problems are. Okay, so number 1. 20 out of 100 or 1 out of 5 children will experience a significant mental health disorder or mental health problem in the course of their lifetime that requires treatment. Is that true or is that false? The answer is true. Okay, so when you think of your friends or people in your classroom and you think about groups of 5 or 6 people, chances are one of those people is going to experience a significant mental health problem in the course of their life. So again, remember, always be kind to everybody. If someone's having a bad day, try to be a good friend, ask them what's wrong. Take a few minutes to listen to them and to check in with them and let them know you care, okay? There's lots of people struggling with their mental health, and we all need good friends, and we all can benefit from kindness. Okay guys, statement number 2. Only half of children and teenagers who require mental health treatment or intervention actually get the help that they need. Would you say that is true, or would you say that is false? Unfortunately, guys, that answer is false, because what we know is that nearly 80% of children and teenagers who need help for their mental health are not receiving the help that they need. Okay, which is really, really sad, because what that means is that there are lots of children in your classrooms and on your hockey team and basketball team and soccer team who are really struggling, who may be struggling with things like anxiety or excessive worry, which is actually the #1 most common childhood disorder in terms of mental health problems. There may be kids around you who are struggling with depression, ADHD, who are struggling with their self-image and eating behaviors. And so this is really problematic because those kids, more often than not, are not getting the help that they need. So what I encourage you to do is that if you are struggling with your mental health, or if you know somebody who is struggling with their mental health, really I suggest that you contact a trusted adult. Maybe it's your parents. As I said in another video, it might be your teacher or a coach, and share your concerns with them and ask for help. If you are concerned about a friend who might be struggling, I really encourage you to talk to them and let them know that you care about them and that you encourage them to talk to their parents or their teacher about getting the help that they need. What we know about kids who are struggling with their mental health is that the earlier intervention happens, so the earlier a counseling appointment happens or a doctor gets involved or treatment is sought for mental health problems, it results in a child overcoming their mental health difficulties or coping better much sooner. Okay, so it can really prevent problems from becoming bigger than they could be otherwise. Okay, so early intervention and early care is really important. If you are struggling with your mental health, please, please, please talk to your parents or talk to a teacher about what you're struggling with so you can get the help that you need. Statement number 3. Approximately 10% of children and teenagers who have mental health problems will drop out of school. Is that true or is that false? Unfortunately, again, the answer is false, because what we know about high school students is that approximately 40%, so 40 out of 100 or 4 out of 10 students with significant mental health problems will eventually drop out of high school. And if you recall in the other videos, we talked about mental health problems as impacting your day-to-day functioning. So impacting you at school, or if you have a job, or in relationships. And if you're a high school student and you're struggling with your mental health and you're not getting help for that, chances are that will affect your ability to go to school and to earn all of your credits and your grades, and eventually that could result in dropping out. So again, the earlier the intervention, the better, okay? So if you're struggling, please reach out for help. Please talk to your parents or your teacher or a trusted adult, so we can make sure that you're successful at school, so that you get the help that you need, so you can have greater chances of graduating and being successful in the workplace. Statement number 4. When parents have mental health problems or struggle with addiction or substance use problems, it is not their children's fault. Is that true or is that false? I'm really hoping all of you guys watching said true, because what we know is that when parents are struggling with significant mental health problems, or if they're coping poorly, struggling with their day-to-day functioning, or maybe have a substance use problem or an addiction, it is not their children's fault, okay? So certainly as parents, we might feel a little panicky about our kids or worry about our kids now and then, but children never create adult problems, okay? So if you are a child at home right now and your parent may be struggling with a mental health problem, depression, anxiety, or a substance use problem, I really want you to remember that it is not your fault, and that it does not mean your parents don't love you or don't care for you. It means that they're struggling with their day-to-day functioning because of their mental health, and it also means that they need help. So please never take on the problems of your parents, and remember that you are loved and cared for, and that their problems are not your fault. Okay guys, last statement. There is help for people who struggle with mental health problems. Is that true or is that false? The answer is true. There are lots of different things that people can do to get help with their mental health. Some of those things might involve reading books, doing journaling activities, doing some online sessions, or doing some virtual counseling sessions. There are doctors, all different types of doctors and specialists that can help. And so what we know is that there are lots of different things that people can do to improve their mental health. There is always help available. It's just a matter of getting the help that you need and making that referral happen. So again, if you're concerned about your mental health, please reach out to a trusted adult so the appropriate referral can be made. Okay guys, so we have learned a little bit about mental health today, and so now what I want to do is to teach you some strategies to use when you're overwhelmed or stressed or feeling a little anxious, okay? And what I love about these strategies is that you can do them anywhere. So you can do them in the car, the classroom, at the dentist office if you're a little nervous there. These are things that you can do anywhere. Okay, now before we do any type of intervention or any type of strategy to help you relax and feel more calm, I always suggest you start with doing some breathing exercises. So it's called 4 square breathing, and I'm going to put the little image in my video here to remind you of what to do. And I'm going to help you do that right now. I'm going to show you what to do. Okay, so what you're going to do is just stay at a piece of calm and hold your breath for about 4 seconds. And then we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. We're going to hold it, and then we're going to release for 4 seconds. So stay with me while we do this, okay? So pause and hold for 4 seconds. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Release for 4 seconds. And hold for 4 seconds. Okay? So finding a comfortable place to do your breathing exercises before any intervention is always suggested, and I suggest you do those breathing exercises a few times just to help your body relax. So we talked about visualization in session 2, And one of the visualization strategies that I want to share with you today involves something as simple as counting, okay? And what I love about this, again, you can do this anywhere. I particularly have a little bit of a fear or phobia of going to the dentist, and so I get very, very nervous and sweaty and panicky when I know I have a dental appointment. I don't know why that is. I've always had amazing dentists, and the staff at my dentist office are just fantastic, but I don't know what it is. I just get really nervous and uncomfortable of having people work in my mouth, and to the point where sometimes I might even cry or get teary. And so this is a strategy that I personally use at my appointments, and it involves counting. So what you're going to do if you're nervous or overwhelmed or tense is find something in the room to look at and count what you can of what you're looking at. So if you're looking at a ceiling tile, for example, what you can do is really focus on the ceiling tiles and count the ceiling tiles and keep counting them and focus on those tiles so you're not as focused on what's upsetting you. I do that all the time in the dentist office and it works great. The other thing you can do, for example, if you're in a classroom and you're feeling a little overwhelmed or anxious or stressed, what you can do is look at the blinds in the classroom and count how many blinds or window panes or curtains or maybe books are on the shelf under the windows. Look around the classroom, find something to focus on, and do some counting activities. Again, it takes your mind off of what's upsetting you, and it will let you refocus your energy on something that relaxes you. So counting activities and visualization, something very, very easy to do that can be done almost anywhere. So I encourage you to give it a try. The next strategy I want to teach you guys involves using your body to feel more calm and more relaxed when you're feeling a little more tense or overwhelmed. This strategy is called Tense and Relax, and more information can be found on the School Mental Health Ontario website. This particular strategy involves using all of the different muscles in your body. And what you're going to do is you're going to force those muscles into a state of feeling really, really tense. And you're going to hold that for a few seconds and then release it. So you're forcing your body and those muscles into a state of relaxation. So again, with all strategies, you want to start with your deep breathing, which will start your body to feel a little more relaxed. So you'll want to go into a quiet place. You don't want to have a lot going on around you. Do your deep breathing exercises. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start perhaps up here, the top of your body, and you're going to work all the way down to your toes. And so what that's going to look like is you're going to, as I said, tense your muscles and hold it for a few seconds and release. So you're going to start with your forehead, okay? You're going to make it really, really tense and squeeze and hold for 4 or 5 seconds and relax. And enjoy how good that feels, okay? The next thing you can do is your eyes. You can scrunch your eyes together and really, really use a lot of pressure to close your eyes and hold it and relax. You can do the same thing with your nose, okay? So scrunch up your nose, hold it, and relax. I know that one looks a little weird. You can also do your jaw and release, okay? Your shoulders, you can push them up as high as they can go. Hold it and relax. You can take your hands and pretend that you're squeezing lemons. You are going to clench your fists together and squeeze and hold. Really feel your hands tensing up and then relaxing or releasing, okay? You can do that with the rest of your body parts all the way down to your toes. You can scrunch your toes together, scrunch them up, hold them for a few seconds, and then release. Okay? What I like about tense and relax is that if you're at school or in the car and maybe you're not at home in a comfortable setting, you can actually do some of those strategies to help you relax. So for example, if you have a test or exam, you might be sitting in your desk and you can put your hands underneath your desk, squeeze them together, hold it, and release. No one will even know. So that's called tense and relax, and you can do that in a variety of different places, and it's a strategy that you can do to help your body feel a little bit more relaxed or a little bit more calm when you're feeling overwhelmed or tense. Okay guys, the third strategy I'm going to teach you today is called Let It Go. More information on this strategy can be found at the School Mental Health Ontario website. And so if you want to learn more about these strategies, feel free to go there. For this strategy, as with all strategies, you're going to find a comfortable place. You're going to start out by doing some deep breathing exercises in an effort to help your body be as relaxed as possible. So this particular strategy involves using your hands and your muscles and your body to help you ease away tension and to feel more calm and more relaxed. So what you're going to start out by doing is massaging your head. Okay, so take your fingers, put them on the tops of your head, maybe in a circular motion, and do this for several seconds. Okay, you don't want to be rushed. If you're feeling a lot of tension in your head, do this a little longer and hopefully it'll help you relieve some of that tension. You're going to move down towards your forehead. And again, massage your forehead in circles, slow circular motions for several seconds. To your temples, down to your cheeks. And again, as you're doing this, you want to be mindful that you don't want to be rushed. You want to do your deep breathing and be as relaxed as possible. You might even want to visualize a really relaxing place. You're going to work down into your jaw and your chin. And just give yourself a bit of a facial and a head massage to help you feel relaxed. If you're feeling any tension in your head, on your face, you want to make sure that you're massaging those areas to help ease away some of that tension. The other thing that you can do is actually, you can give your hands a massage. So massage different parts of your hands and your fingers. And again, if they feel really tense, do that a little bit longer. You can pull them a little bit. You can even do a little bit of a massage in the inside of your palm. And that physical massaging will help relax you. So that's a strategy called Let It Go. You can do it for as long as or little as you'd like. Just remember not to be rushed and to take some time and try to relax while you're doing it. Okay? So today you learned about Let It Go, tense and relax. You also learned a counting activity that involved vision and looking at something and really focusing on it and counting to relax. And we also learned about mental health. So I think we did a great job today, guys. We covered a lot of territory, and I will see you next week. I hope that you guys have a great week and stay safe and healthy and have fun. We'll see you next week. Okay, guys? Take care for now.